It's a Sebon Podcast Show. It's a Sebon Podcast Show. Everybody's welcome. Peace and love. It's a Sebon Podcast Show. Bam, we're live.
Bam, we're live. I think YouTube has us turned down or something. I think they dimmed our switch. Something is definitely going on with our notifications. I'm excited about today's show. We got to sponsor the Xersizer now for, I don't know, a couple months. Slater, what's up, dude? It's been a minute. Good to see you. Jake Chapman. Oh, no. Oh, yes. Big Butter, good to see you, buddy. Okay, let's get our dicks huge, boys. The lady's never going to know what hit them. Yeah, something's going on with the channel in the last month. Something happened to it. Nothing bad. It's just all the numbers and we're still having record months, but something doesn't look right in the numbers. I wonder if I wonder if it's anything like my Instagram account. If somehow they got me flagged. I've said Vance too many times, or Trump, or hurricane, or abortion, or something like that, and it's dinged the station. What a show we have today. I got my Xersizer kit. I did my research. We have two people coming on. A lady named Carrie Middleton and Dr. Lance Frank. Dr. Lance Frank? Lance Frank. Two first names. I went to that guy's Instagram account. Pretty damn good Instagram account. Diddy. No, I don't think Diddy. The Diddy shows are huge. Google loves promoting the Diddy shows. I can't remember what I was into last time like this, but there was something else that I was kind of following on YouTube, like Diddy, and it's so fucking crazy how many AI bots are making content around Diddy. It's like an AI voice. I can tell it's an AI because it pronounces the names wrong. And then it's just a montage of footage, and there are these videos, and they range from 10 to 40 minutes, and they say nothing new. It's all the same thing, but they all have 1 million views. It just looks like these AIs just put these montages together and then just read from news clips. Someone just takes a People magazine Diddy article, puts it into AI or Chat GPT, has them change the wording, and then has them read it. And it looks like someone just says, okay, now I wonder if there's some sort of AI where you can be okay, just put B-roll over these clips that matches what they're talking about. There are so many of those. And there's nothing new out there. Jump ship. Good morning, Seth. I finally made it to the start of a morning show. This one. I wonder where our guests are. We haven't had a guest no show in a long time. 2 guests no show? That's really weird. I don't have their contact information. I did it through Sousa Contact Xersizer Pro and was like, "Hey, can we get a pro on?" A pro regarding the Xersizer Pro. I wonder if I go to his Instagram account and just called him. I wonder if he would pop on here. Frank. It's weird that they're both not here. Lance Frank? Dr. Lance Frank? Lance? Oh, Lance in his Instagram is Lance in your pants. 21,000 followers. Jeez. How do I call him? I wonder if the guests are showing up. I emailed them this morning. I have I'm all ready. I'm all anxious. I got my notes. I got my penis pump questions. What happens if your balls get in the penis pump? No, time zone. Did they get the right time zone? I think so. That's a great question. Pull down your dungarees and get to work. My dungarees. Maybe I'll just have a sip of Paper Street coffee. Of course they did. Oh, yeah, see? Executive producer of the Sevan podcast. Of course they got the right time zones. Don't be ridiculous. Confirming the guest 24 hours prior would be a good idea for an upcoming show like this. Every guest gets a 24-hour notice. Isn't that cool? How could you not? Every show. If you've ever been a guest on the show, 99% of the time, Matt Souza will send you a text or an email the day before and say, hey, it'll be something like, we're excited to see you tomorrow, even if we're not. We're excited to see you tomorrow. And then and then you respond. Sometimes they don't respond. The only guest, to tell you the truth, the only guest now that we occasionally have problem with, and I haven't talked to Matt about this, but I think it's just when we use WhatsApp, because I don't think Matt and I use it all the time. Like I just opened my WhatsApp for the first time in a long time, and I just saw Anola Kai had sent me a WhatsApp. I better not open it so I can open it later. Cindy will get to them. I don't think I got their emails. Oh, okay. I didn't get their emails either. Uh-oh. I just got an email from them. They have the time wrong. Oh, she's going to get them now. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. We got two people. We got this chick, Carrie. She looks like she works for Xersizer, and then this other guy, Frank, is a physical therapist. I feel like I could do an entire show with Frank. He's like a penis and pelvic floor specialist. Like his whole Instagram is full of like penis care. I'm trying to think. I don't really do any penis care. It just every once in a while, I just grab a pair of scissors from the garage. These scissors that I have that can cut wire, and I just grab a handful of pubes and trim them off. Other than that, that thing pretty much is on its own. No, there's no clean the cheese. CrossFit says no. There's no cheese. One time I use a one blade on my face that Phillips makes. It's like a $20 razor. And one time I used the one blade on my face or on my balls, and it within like 3 seconds, within 1 second, it made like 100 small little nicks on my sack. That really hurt. Like little tiny paper cuts just in 1 second. I never fucked with my balls ever again. What's gross? Just taking a handful of pubes and cutting them off? No. It's not gross. What are you talking about? Just grab a handful like this, pull them up, snip. I think we have a Manscaped sponsorship. We have a bunch of sponsors that you guys don't see. They're just on the podcast. By the way, I spoke to, speaking of sponsors, I spoke to Lindsay Cantu the other day. She's the owner of BirthFit. And she's going to be taking on a cohort of women that she walks through their pregnancy. That it starts in July. So it's if you're planning on getting knocked up soon, between now and July, reach out to her. Women get stressed out when they get pregnant about like one of the most common things women get stressed out about is having a miscarriage. So like that first 13 weeks is pretty intense. Anytime they see a drop of blood or have cramps or anything. And so if you got someone like Lindsay Cantu and a group of other women, you can have that support group. Oh, we haven't seen Braylon Tender in a long time. Braylon Tender is also accepting a cohort of women, Daniel Garrity says. I feel like I might have to take a second shit this morning. That would suck. I don't want to have to hold the shit in during the show. Maybe it's just farts. Barry McCockner, maybe it'd be a good idea to tell us all your sponsors. I don't know. Really just, if you don't brush with Matoothian, you're making a huge mistake. Paper Street Coffee is the coffee I drink. CA Peptides fucking carries the show on their back. And BIRTHFIT, just I think just their values of birthing just like perfectly align with mine. Vindicates where you get your shirts, even though I cover up their QR code, VNDK8, with my phone number. Sevi, since we know peptides are fucking humans up, they are fucking humans up? I haven't heard that. Send me a link in my DMs. And then, of course, the Xersizer. And how we got that sponsor was great. I think they wanted to sponsor the CrossFit Games, and then the CrossFit Games didn't want them. I guess that I don't know why they wouldn't want them. I guess I have a blind spot for what's socially acceptable. And then they got pushed to someone else I know, and then that person didn't want them. And then someone's like, "Hey, would you take the Xersizer as a sponsor?" I said, "Are you fucking kidding me? I'd be fucking honored." A penis pump? What is that? I'm a huge fan of the penis. CA Peptides almost killed Extra Slop. Really? How? Yeah, someone sent me videos of the guy. What, did he use a dirty nail? Was there trank in it? I know like 100 people who are on just like regular doses of peptides. They fucking love it. This one guy I know injured his shoulder so fucking bad. He got 3 bottles of the BPC 1x57 and 3 bottles of the CJC 1295, and he said he feels like a fucking new man. He says he can't even fucking believe it. Janelle Winston, I use peptides and they help. Like everything else, it's different person to person. I pulled a hammy this week. Yeah, I would I would inject BPC 157 anywhere I had fucking pain. BBC helped my husband's shoulder. I hope so. My shoulder is jacked. His ortho told him to do it as well. I wouldn't inject anything into your penis. I wouldn't puncture. Oh, he didn't almost die. Oh, thank you, Philip. Read it on Reddit. Listen, anything that you read on Reddit, remember that there's a naked child tied up in a basement somewhere in the story. So if it's like I was using peptides next to the child I had tied up in the basement. I was watching a football game with my nephew that I'm molesting. Just remember, add just molesting or kid tied up in a basement to anything you read on Reddit. Anything. Remember, there's an outside factor in all stories on Reddit. So I cracked the code I hacked into Microsoft next to the 4 kids I keep in a cage in the basement. Everyone on Reddit, 100% of the people on Reddit either have a child locked up in the basement or would love to have a child locked up in the basement, is what I hear, allegedly. So that's all I know. So that's that. There's a pedo Reddit. There's a pedo Reddit though. Oh, like there's a pedo Reddit thread. They all have that subcontext. Anything that you think you're reading on Reddit's just code for pedophiles. I do CrossFit. That's I'm a pedophile. If you see that on Reddit. I was watching an Andrew Hiller video. Naked in bed with 3 kids. Oh. Reddit. You can just add that in there. It's a fucking vile place. I saw this today on Allison NYC story. I was kind of tripping on this. Look at this. This is a woman, Courtney Olson. I'm assuming. This might be controversial, but you're used to that by now. In response to seeing some posts on X today where men are proud to be soiling diapers while dressed as babies. Sounds like Reddit. I felt compelled to make this post, and men say women are complicated. Laugh out loud. Listen, I have much to say on this subject, hence why it took 3 chapters of my memoir. One day I'll get over myself and just start live streaming on YouTube. I don't know at what point I become weird about going live, probably when cancel culture started. But in short, just know that it's hot when you own your weirdness. However, I'll say this, some weirdness ought to be kept behind closed doors. I thought we've crossed too far over in normalizing kinks for men. In my experience over the last 15 years, I've only seen male, as females are way more basic, generally speaking. Maybe I'm like a female. Don't get me wrong, I have some wild girlfriends, but in general, men are into particular things, age play, diaper wearing, etc. I've never seen a female on the internet doing who am I saying is acceptable for men to love smelly gym socks and getting their heads crushed like a watermelon or picked up and carried around. But not cool to see a 65-year-old man play dress up and act out his fantasy of being 6-year-old girl. Yeah, I'm not. That's disgusting. Oh, here we go. There's Carrie. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Sorry about the time confusion.
No problem. No problem at all.
What country are you in?
England.
Oh, you are? Okay. So
Yeah.
So for you, it's
3:15.
Oh, okay. 8 hours ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Good to have you on. Do you work for Xersizer, Carrie?
I do, yes. Yeah, I've been working for the kind of overall business for the last 7 years.
Okay. And were you in the business before in penis pump business?
Kind of, yeah. I've worked in the adult industry on the kind of pleasure products side for the last 18 years, so quite a long time.
Wow. How do you get into that? What you
Well, I was an estate agent, and then I ended up working in an accounts department for an adult retailer. And then I was like, there's loads of gaps in the market here. I'm really interested in like some of the product. And I just kind of worked on like designs and things like that. And then I've worked for different brands through the last kind of 18 years.
So it became like your specialty, like a
yeah, kind of. Yeah, I think it's like I really, really love when people. It's such a thing that people are really reserved about, and they don't want to share it with people. But there's such simple ways to change their mindset, and like with just using a product, they can feel so much more confident and so much more like happy in their relationship. And there's so many different products, you know, on the market. It just sometimes there's gaps, and you think actually, if somebody could make this would be really good. And so that's kind of how I've ended up here for so long.
So your role is expanded even into like innovation.
Yeah. So I do a lot of the product development, but I also do all the kind of global sales as well.
And is Xersizer the name of the parent company?
No. So we do have some like other like a parent company, but Xersizer is kind of more towards this more male kind of gym kind of vibe.
And how many of these have they sold?
As a parent company, we sell nearly 20,000 pumps a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's huge business. Yeah. So there's a lot.
In how many pumps or is it fair? Is it okay to call these penis pumps? Is that what is
Yeah.
that? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, technically they're penile rigidity devices, but we can call them
like
penis pumps.
I
That's
like
fine.
that. No, saying the word rigidity is fun. Rigidity device. And how much do you know how big is that market? Do you know? Like globally?
I wouldn't be able to put a number on it, but it's pretty huge. I think if you asked any guy if they kind of wanted a bit more size, pretty sure most people would say that they definitely would. So I think, and it's such
most.
Yeah, exactly. So
Wow.
if you think most guys would probably do it, they might not talk about it and they might not tell anyone they have a pump, but they probably would take one if they were offered one.
Right. I was actually surprised. Well, just to go back for a second to do the math. So if you guys sell 20,000, let's say, I don't know, let's just say we'll go low. There's 100,000 sold a month worldwide. That would be 1.2 million a year. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot. And I'm guessing it's more than that. I'm guessing 100,000 would be a low number. How many companies are there out there that sell these?
So as far as what do you mean by penis pumps? What do you mean like different water pumps?
Like this thing.
Oh, okay. So that's ours, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
So we have
proudly on my shelf.
I know, I did see it. Very, very cute.
Yes. I haven't smoked weed in 30 years. Every time I see it, I want to
definitely
weed.
not a bong.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
You, every time I see it, I want to just take a bong rip.
But yeah, there's a few pump companies, but we are the kind of most popular. We're the strongest and safest pump on the market. So and obviously people want a bit of safety when they're putting their penis in something. So we do definitely kind of push ourselves as the strongest yet safest pump on the market.
I had this buddy, Carrie, who's a professional athlete, tell me one time that anything a man does sexually, that if it surprises you, that you don't understand men. And I felt like that was a pretty good I guess unfortunately or fortunately, that's a pretty good depiction of how men work.
Yeah, I'd probably stand on that. Yep.
You guys must get some crazy emails.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in the industry a long time, so it kind of just goes over my head now. But every day's a fun day.
Yeah.
Every email. Sometimes you get the unsolicited dick pics, but
like, hey, like I'm so excited. Here's
my before and after.
Wow. And would you email them back saying, "Can we use these?"
It's not my department, so I don't tend to get involved. But yeah.
Hey, there are all sorts of sites on the internet. If you type in like breast augmentation, it's just like pages of before and after. Are there before and after?
Yeah, there's a lot. I would say Reddit is a good place for before and afters. If you were like wanting to see the kind of gains that people get, there's a whole category. So there's a ton of pictures and people sharing their experiences, you know, the gains that they've got, their way of using the pumps. So yeah, it's a good place to kind of like discover.
Yeah, I was just bashing Reddit. I'm so anti-Reddit.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's my own personal issue. I don't project it onto anyone else. Well, that's not true. Okay. Hey, and I noticed it's pretty funny. This is the box it comes in.
So that's actually like we did you like a promo kit. So that's got some additional bits and pieces in there. So the ones you buy from the site don't come in that box.
Okay, and this one, I noticed it came with a lock.
Yes, you got to keep your secret if you need to. You know, you
right?
Never know who might be in your bedroom.
Right, like kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, and next thing you know, they got it and they'll put it right on their mouth like this.
Yeah, inappropriate.
It was the first thing I did. I don't know what's wrong.
Sure. You were like, "What is this trumpet I've been sent?"
Put this thing right on my mouth, and it comes in 3 different sizes.
Yeah, so you've got the 5s, 7s, and 9s. So it depends on your current erect size as to which size pump you buy. So size 5 is up to 5 inches erect. Size 7 is up to 7 inches erect, and then size 9 is up to 9 inches erect. So it depends on your current size as to which pump you buy.
And what if I'm just like, what if I'm a 2 inches erect, but I just want the 9? Will I not get good use out of it?
You're not going to get the best results. No, there's too much water to compress. You want to go for the smallest size based on your current erect penis.
So you have to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Afraid so.
Even with yourself.
Yeah. I'm afraid so. Nobody has to know. You can just pop it on, you order it. You don't have to publicize it. You can order whatever size you need.
Okay. And I was really confused about it until I watched Dr. Lance's video. I thought that this tube that it came with.
Yeah, I watched your unboxing and you were like, how does this connect to the shower? And I was like, no, that's not how it works.
Yes. But since then I figured it out because I went to his Instagram account. What a great Instagram account he has.
Yeah.
The thing is fortunately for my audience, it's most of us are CrossFitters.
Yeah.
And so, or we're into some sort of fitness. So many of us have such great blood flow already. And nutrition is at the foundation of our cult, like, hey, basically just stay away from sugar. But I did see a video. Oh, so anyway, going back to this. So basically, this thing works like one of those cupping devices that you put on your back. That's the premise.
Kind of, yeah. So you need to fill the pump up with water in the bath or the shower, and then attach it to your body. And that gray part at the top, when you compress that, the water will come out of the valve at the end. So what happens is you create a vacuum.
Oh, yeah. I kind of feel it sucking on my hand.
Yeah. So as the water comes out, you're pulling the blood from around the body into the penis. So then you're creating a vacuum for the pump against the body.
Okay. And then, but in the video I saw Dr. Lance do, he didn't even need this.
Yeah. So you can use it 2 ways. So you can use it like you've got in your hand there, or you can attach the handball and the hose. And when you just squeeze down on that handball, it will pull the water through the hose. So you don't have to pull back against the body. You just squeeze and you're pulled up the pump.
And you definitely don't want your testicles in there. You don't want the balls in there.
You do not want your testicles in there. I have watched my ex-boyfriend do that, and there were a lot of tears. Hindsight, best thing to happen to him, but I would not suggest getting your testicles pulled into those.
And did he do it on purpose, like as a joke?
No.
Yeah. That I don't want to be mean to your ex-boyfriend, but
I would be.
Okay, it seems like a common sense thing not to put the balls in there. But
no, I think because he was doing it in the bath, so it kind of like pulled them in. But all you have to do is turn the pump the other way around, and they won't get pulled in. It's just, it depends on your body shape. That's why you'll see if you hold the pump like this, you'll see it's cut at an angle, so there's space for the testicles to hang down.
Yeah. Wow.
You see?
Let me see what Jake says. This listener is very wild. I warn you ahead of time. I haven't read this. This could be very inappropriate or very appropriate. Could be very appropriate. Well, maybe for this show it's appropriate. Hi, Carrie. Sevi does things where he pushes down on the base of his erect hog with his thumb in a kneading-like fashion. Do you think the exerciser can work well in conjunction with this technique? Jesus Christ, Jake.
I'll be honest. I haven't got a clue.
I don't do the only story I've told them about that I do with my penis is sometimes when it's really hard, I'll just push on it a little bit on the top, and I'll get a little like it's like cracking a knuckle, and I'll get just like a little a pop like that.
I mean, I don't know if that's too healthy for your penis. I'll be honest.
People have told me it's not. I love it.
Okay, well, just be safe.
I will. I'm crazy. I'm crazy safe. I'm crazy safe. I'm the most boring. I'm just boring.
Each their own. You do what you want to do.
Yeah, I'm just boring. I just like boobs and vagina, and I'm pretty boring. Okay, so then I saw a video where a guy used it, and he said, oh, so here's another thing, just really quick. So here's something else I used to do when I was younger. I should probably throw this in here so you know my credentials. When I was younger and I had a lot of girlfriends, I would, like in my 20s, I would take arginine. If I was to be with a lot of girls in one day, I would take arginine and a Vicodin.
Right. Odd combo, but okay.
Yeah, because the Vicodin numbs it, so you have just complete control.
Right.
And the arginine just makes it so like it's just like a fucking rocket. It's like a
Like, so it's kind of like a bit of a more natural Viagra style.
I guess, yeah. It was only for special nights.
Okay.
That's as exciting as I've gotten. Okay, so so this but I'm assuming this kind of works like arginine.
Kind of, but if you're going to use the pump for an erect penis to be able to have intercourse, you are going to need to use a ring alongside, as the pump will pull the blood into the penis and it will help to increase your size. But if you need to use the pump for having an erection to have intercourse, you do need to like hold the blood within the penis.
Wait a second. So this isn't just so okay. So my understanding of this device was that you put it on, you it brings in a lot of blood, and it brings in a little more blood than would naturally come, and that it slowly like stretches out the tissue. So that later on, when you got an erection, whatever pathways there were, the blood flow would be strong, and that you would also have a larger penis if you used it over time, like just anything, like you would stretch, like those African.
Yeah. So it's essentially the gym for the penis.
Okay, right. Okay, like your muscle.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Okay. So, but you're also telling me that you would put a ring on, like a cock ring, like a rubber band on the base of your penis?
Yeah, don't use a rubber band, but use a proper cock ring. But yes, so if you, I mean, most people don't tend to kind of use the Xersizer for that, but if you had like erectile dysfunction, or you're having trouble maintaining an erection or getting an erection in the first place, the pump will pull all the blood into the penis, and then if you use a ring to hold the blood within the penis, then you would be able to have intercourse with a very firm erection.
So you would put is there a more clinical name than cock ring for
not more comical, I wouldn't say. No.
If you're writing an email to someone and you would be like, okay, so your order of 1,000 cock rings has been shipped, you would say that?
Yeah.
COCK.
Yeah.
Okay. You would put a cock ring on, then you would put this on, then it would inflate your penis. It would pull the blood past the cock ring.
So you with that pump, I would recommend using a very stretchy ring and putting it on the outside of the base where you see the two gray parts touch. And then when you've pumped, you roll the ring back against the skin.
Oh, and catch it like a balloon before it deflates.
Yeah, there you go. Or you can use like a lasso style and then kind of tighten it that way.
See, for me, wow, that's fascinating. I thought I only have sex when I'm erect. Like why I guess I don't understand erectile.
Yeah, but you might.
I'm erect and then I start looking for my wife.
People might not have very strong erections, or they might have maybe had too many drinks or some other things in their system, which is stopping them from having a good erection.
Right.
So that's a good alternative to give you an erection. Or you may have some medical issues that are meaning that you either can't get, or you struggle with your erections, or you may be on some medication. So there's lots of reasons, but yeah, most people are using that Xersizer pump to get the larger penis.
I thought boobs were the cure for erectile dysfunction.
No.
Just the first. Okay, all right, fine. If your husband's member is too large, is there a reverse function?
No, sorry, Trish, there is not.
A reverse function. I'm no marketing expert, but I don't think that product would do well.
No.
Yeah.
But the kind of thing that I really push is that women all over the world have boob jobs. It's like normal. Yeah. People wear push-up bras. Yeah. You know, they kind of get whatever they want quite easily and quite openly. Yeah. And I think if you're a guy and maybe you think, actually, my penis, I feel a bit self-conscious about it, or I'd like an extra inch, or I'd really like to be a bit bigger. Why shouldn't you? I just honestly don't understand why it's so like blasé to just talk about it or whatever. I think you should be able to do that if you feel that it would help your confidence and you feel that you would be more happy in the bedroom, then why not give it a go? Like
we're oppressed. We're oppressed.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be.
We're oppressed. Is Carrie single?
No.
No.
Thanks, Barry, though.
Great. Barry McCockiner. Great Barry.
Ugh. Good job.
Childish. It's a very childish conservative crowd, my group. I apologize.
I'm cool with it. It's fine.
Okay. So oh, look at there's the penis expert himself. There he is.
Hello,
everyone. What's
Hi,
up?
Lance.
Do you guys know each other?
Not really, no.
Oh, have you seen Dr. Lance's Instagram?
Yeah, of course.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
He does good jobs.
Yeah, you kill, dude. You absolutely kill.
Thank you.
Carrie was just telling me how oppressed men are because women have all the my words. Sorry, I interpreted what she said. Because women have all these options to enhance their like push-up bras or boob jobs or things like that, and we're limited. But now we have the exerciser.
Right. Yeah.
Lance,
that's where the exerciser comes into play.
Lance, I think I could do like 5. I should have you as a regular on the show after looking at your Instagram account.
I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, crazy. And you're a pelvic floor specialist.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'm a physical therapist that specializes in pelvic floor dysfunction. So, and most of my patients that come into the clinic are men or penis owners.
Okay. And not I don't have a pelvic floor, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh, I do. Boys have one too?
Every person has a pelvic floor.
And what is the pelvic floor?
The pelvic floor is a group of muscles that sit inside of the pelvis that help with basic functions like peeing, pooping, and having sex. And they also create this stability effect that connect and lower halves, so that they're a huge component to our core and creating stability.
Holy shit! Look at this. I do have a pelvic floor. Look at this picture. This dude has a penis and a pelvic floor right here.
Yep. Men and women there's 14 muscles in women and 12 muscles in men, and we have pretty much the same anatomy. It's just oriented a little differently.
I like
so
it.
It's a common misconception that men don't have pelvic floors, but we do in fact have them, and a lot of people don't really know that we have a pelvic floor until things start to go wrong.
Hey, that that thing you do when your penis is erect and you can flex and you can make it go up and down, is that your pelvic floor doing that?
That's a pelvic floor contraction. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've been playing with my pelvic floor for a long time. Wow, what an awesome! It can make your penis talk.
And here in the clinic, that's whenever I'm trying to get patients to connect with their pelvic floor, that's one of the cues that I give them. I always say, like, try to make your penis jump. That's a pelvic floor contraction. That's a Kegel. That's equivalent to a male Kegel.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. Wow.
I imagine most people are like doing that right now, thinking about it.
Yeah, you're right. I did a couple now. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Hey, does the sorry, Carrie.
It's fine.
Okay. Does the pelvic floor help you poop? Does it do any contraction that like pushes? It does.
Well, it doesn't. If the pelvic floor is working the way that it's supposed to, the pelvic floor should actually relax in order for us to have bowel movements. And so the pelvic floor, it should just open and lengthen and widen to relax in order for us to expel, in order for stool to evacuate.
When I was in my 20s, I was in this coffee shop in Isla Vista, California. I was like, I'm going to say 25. I don't know exactly. And I was sitting there and I put all my attention on my anus as I'm sitting there to drop a deuce. And I just started breathing. And all of a sudden the deuce just like fell out of me. And from that day on, I mastered in a random coffee shop how to, like, I could just drop a deuce on command now. I can just put all my attention on my anus, take a deep breath, and I feel everything down there just relax. And I could expedite it. I wonder if you could explain this. If for some reason if I'm in a hurry, all I have to do is drink a pint of water. I drink a pint of water. I don't know if it's Pavlovian, but if I drink a pint of water, I'm prairie dogging.
Well, I can speak to the breathing because whenever patients come into the clinic with various types of pelvic floor dysfunctions, a lot of times it presents as what's called an overactive pelvic floor or a spastic hypertonic pelvic floor. Basically, the pelvic floor is in a spasm and it just doesn't ever relax. And so one of the ways that we encourage pelvic floor relaxation is by doing diaphragmatic breathing, because the diaphragm and the pelvic floor create this piston effect. When we take a breath in, the diaphragm drops down and it pushes all this pressure on top of the pelvic floor.
Okay.
And if it's doing what it's supposed to, the pelvic floor should relax to accommodate all that pressure, kind of like stepping onto a trampoline or sitting in a hammock.
Okay.
And then whenever we exhale, the diaphragm rises and everything in the abdomen shifts upwards and the pelvic floor contracts and pulls up and in. So there's this piston mechanism. And so whenever you take a deep breath in, inherently the pelvic floor knows that it's supposed to relax. And so whenever you that epiphany that you had in the coffee shop, taking a big breath in, and it inherently opened up the sphincters to allow you to pass stool more effectively.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like my whole life I'd been like this. And then all of a sudden I was relaxed. Hey, you know what's crazy, Dr. Lance? So I have 3 sons, young, 2, 7, and 1, 9, and one of them's already got it figured out. But the other 2 push when they shit, and it just reminds me of being a kid, just pushing a lot, right? Whenever I had to drop a deuce, but one of my kids got it figured out, and I'm so like proud of him. Like, oh, dude, you're light. I think most people are pushers, right?
Most people are pushers, and that's a lot of people. Whenever you push, you're actually tightening. People think that they're relaxing, but you're just creating all this pressure inside your abdomen and pushing all of that pressure down on top of the pelvic floor, and the pelvic floor actually contracts instead of relaxing. And so it's a condition called dysynergic defecation, where your pelvic floor tightens instead of relaxes, and it's something that I treat in the clinic all the time. It's a common cause for hemorrhoids and fissures, tears in the rectal canal.
Say the word again.
Dysynergic defecation.
Dysynergic defecation. Are you in Florida?
Georgia, Atlanta.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I just picture you in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have dysynergic defecation? Call Dr. Lance Frank now. 12-step easy program. You can do it at home. There's an online course now. Okay. So you could Lance, I'm sure you're going to catch up to where we're at. We're way, but you're pretty advanced. So, so you would fill it. Could you fill this with something besides water, Carrie?
We would only recommend to use water, like warm water, not cold.
Really? No ice bath for the penis?
No. You are not encouraging blood flow very well with cold water. Okay. Right. You go into the bay in Finland and you get out and you got nothing. You're very shrunk up. Yeah.
Okay.
We want to go for nice warm water, let things relax.
Okay. Okay. So, is there, if I went to that filth hole that's called Reddit, would I find people who put other liquids in here?
Reddit, you'll find a lot of people doing things that we don't recommend. So we recommend just water. Because
you would think that there was something you could put in there like olive oil and it would make your penis bigger and smooth it at the same. No. No. No.
No.
No. Oh. No. All right. And God, I now I'm tempted. Oh, Fit Aid. You could put a Fit Aid in there. One of my former sponsors. Great. That's a great.
I'd probably just stick with warm water.
Nothing carbonated either. God, no. Carbonation for extra pressure.
No. No.
Sorry, I know I want to get back to this, but Carrie, have you seen this thing on Dr. Lance's Instagram account where they have a Fitbit for your penis?
No, I actually haven't seen that.
Have you ever heard of it?
No, but I feel like as soon as I get off this, I'll be watching it.
So it's this device. I'm sure Dr. Lance will tell us, but let me tell you my interpretation of it. You basically put this thing. It looks like a one of those rubber electronic devices, like something you put on your finger. But you put this thing on your penis, and then it gives you, like, I guess, biofeedback on your penis. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, it's called FirmTech, and FirmTech is actually partnered with Xersizer, and it's a penis ring that tracks your erections. And
Okay,
so
when you say FirmTech, yeah, I didn't know what specifically was on your site, but yeah, no, that's yeah, I know about FirmTech. I was gonna say, do you know about that? Yeah, it's good for monitoring your penis quality and health.
Yeah. Does it do other stuff like heartbeat or anything like that, or blood pressure? Or does it do any other, like?
I don't think so.
No, at this point, it just tracks your nocturnal erection. So you wear it overnight when you sleep, and it tracks how many erections you get. It tracks your firmness. It tracks like the quality of the erection. And so the partnership between Xersizer and FirmTech, they encourage using Xersizer with the FirmTech ring to enhance the erections that you get from the pump, and with, if you're using it for sexual activity or you're just using it as general kind of penile fitness, it's able to track the quality of the erection over time and keep that kind of data.
Is that thing waterproof?
The FirmTech device?
Yeah.
No, you would use it after pumping.
So you couldn't fuck with the numbers and just throw that thing on and then throw on the Exerciser and give that thing.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Yeah.
Jerry rig your numbers a little bit.
No.
Wow. I was talking to Carrie about arginine for blood flow. Is there any similarity the way arginine lets blood flow into the penis and the way this thing works? Are they two different?
Arginine, it's a similar mechanism to nitrous oxide, and we need nitrous oxide for erections. And so the mechanism behind the penis pump is mechanically creating that suction, that vacuum to draw blood into the penis, whereas substances like arginine and nitrous oxide dilate the blood vessels to help draw blood into the penis naturally, more physiologically. And so the penis pump is a more mechanical creation of an erection, whereas nitrous oxide and arginine are substances that are naturally flowing in our body that create more of I don't want to say a natural erection, but an organic erection.
Okay, and I guess that comports with what Carrie and I were talking about. Does arginine, when you say it does that, does it thin the walls so more blood can come in? Is that
it doesn't thin the walls, it just dilates them, so it allows them to be a little bit more pliable and flexible for more blood volume to come in at once.
Okay, go ahead, Carrie. Were you going to jump in there?
Oh no,
okay. Hey, does the Xersizer company sell pills also, like stuff like that, like arginine, or no? Hey, is that, do you recommend arginine, Dr. Lance, to people?
I'm not a physician or any sort of naturopath, I can't prescribe medications, and I know arginine is a supplement, but it's not. I don't always feel comfortable recommending products to people because you have to take into account somebody's medical history, their heart health, and I don't always feel safe recommending products for people. If people are asking me about supplements, I always kind of defer to their primary care physician.
Okay. I was telling Carrie that in my heyday, I would take arginine and Vicodin. Like if I had like 5 girlfriends at the same time.
I think last time? Said it all then.
Those days are over. So I'm married. I'm happily married now. But it was
So it's
a great. I felt like it was a safe and great concoction. But I'm no doctor either. I mean, you know, the Vicodin to numb it so you could just last as long as you wanted. And the
Maybe it's just not something we would recommend.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. All right. Well, why do that when you can use the natural?
Exactly. Why do you need to do that? Just use
Exactly.
water.
So you could pump this up, fill it with water, pump it up. By the way, great video, Dr. Lance. By the way, I loved the expressions on your face as you demoed it. They were amazing. And you can do it two ways. You can pull down on it, or you could use the
Handball and hose.
The handball pump.
Yeah, and you can't be a pussy to do this. This thing's
You really have to give it some gusto. Yeah.
Yeah. This thing's no, not today. Not today. This is an adult show. Sorry, not today. No, not today. My 7-year-old son wants to come on the show. No, you can come on in 20 years. I love you. And then when you pull it off, you would slip the cock ring on from here where it rested, and you would capture it in there, and then you'd run into the room.
Wait, I mean, you don't need to run, but yeah.
Or go cruise into the room. Yeah, you don't want to hit like a door jam or something.
No.
Okay. What about for after? Let's say, God forbid, you were with someone and you ejaculated too quickly, whatever that means. Too quickly. I don't even know if that's such a thing, but let's pretend like it is.
Right.
Could you put this on and reinflate it?
We're technically not inflating, but but you would need to kind of jump in the shower or the bath and kind of start again, as it were. But you could, but we would only recommend to use the pump 15 minutes per day over 5 days. So we don't recommend using it more than 15 minutes per day.
But doesn't that sound like a great selling point?
I mean, as long as it's under 15 minutes a day.
Right. So you don't. I'm just saying. Let's say you wake up in the morning and you have sex, and you want to have more sex, or the person you're with wants to have more sex, and then you throw this thing on and you get a second round.
Yeah, if you jump in the shower and do your routine, you absolutely could. Yeah.
Why the shower? Why can't you just?
Or the bath.
But why can't you just?
It's just a bit messy otherwise, because you're kind of filling the pump up, and every time you compress that pump, the water is coming out. So you don't want to be doing that in the bedroom, because you're just firing water all over the room.
Okay.
You want to be a little bit conservative with that.
Okay. And there's a guy, I watched a videos that people make on the Xersizer do quite well. They seem to be very popular. There was a video of a guy, he said that it gave him, I want to say like 30 days or 60 days. It gave him an inch of girth and an inch of length. I think he said the girth came first. Is that accurate?
So that time frame is probably quite short. But you will see an increase. You'll see an increase the first time you use it, because you're pulling more blood in than your heart naturally does. So the first time you use it, and as long as you like get a natural erection within kind of an hour, you'll refill the size you were in the pump, but then you're going to go back to how you were before. But over time, as I said, it's the gym for the penis. So over time, you're going to see that increase. But nobody goes to the gym for a week and comes out ripped. Right. So you've got to put the time in to get the results out. So we do recommend, I mean, most people are kind of around the 9 to 12 month mark. They're changing pump size. So that's kind of an average, but you got to follow the routine. And it's like the gym. If you just kind of go to like one class every 2 weeks and don't really make much effort, you're not going to get the same results.
Is it like the gym, or is it more like stretching? Like when I picture this thing, I just picture those things like of those African ladies who put the rings on their neck, or the people who stretch their
that's a little bit more aggressive than what we're doing here, but
isn't it more of that phenomenon, like you're stretching as opposed to causing more, like when I think of the gym, you're actually growing the muscle. This thing is actually, I feel like this thing, this is just my picture of it. I mean, you know better than me, but you have this finite number of membranes. I'm just picturing like little cells that like you would see in a leaf under a microscope.
Mhm.
And this thing constantly fills them up, and slowly each of those membranes gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then as a cohort of those cells, if each one got 1% bigger or 2% bigger, then the whole penis itself would be bigger. That's kind of how I picture this. And each of those cells holds blood. Is that how it works or no? Am I not visualizing it right?
Lance, do you want to give the more?
I mean, you're not incorrect in that thinking, but what's happening, the tissue inside of the penis is, think of like a sponge, like a dish sponge. And so the more blood that you're able to fill into that spongy tissue, the more firm the erection is going to be. And so it's more about blood volume. And if you're able to increase the girth of the penis and increase the length of the penis, inherently you're going to have more volume of blood that's able to be filled inside the shaft. And that's typically where the size is going to come from. So think of like filling up like a water balloon, for instance. Like that sort of mechanism of how the tissue expands around like the shaft of the penis as it lengthens and around the girth, the more blood volume you're able to get into the shaft and into the penis over time is what's going to increase the size.
Okay. I like this. I like the sponge thought. Hey, is there anyone who shouldn't use this?
I would say if you're kind of on any kind of blood medication, anything that's kind of, if you're prescribed blood, any kind of, I'd say under any level of prescription, I would check with your doctor just to be sure first. Most of them would be fine, but we would always say check with your doctor first if you're unsure.
Like blood thinner?
Yeah. Like
There
we
are
would never
conditions-
recommend to use the pump alongside like Viagra or Cialis and things.
Oh yeah, that sounds crazy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that. That's a really good point.
There are
Viagra is dangerous. If you already have good blood flow, it's fucking scary. That shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. I tried that a few times too. That shit is that. Do girls take Viagra? Do women take Viagra?
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
Yeah.
We're a little bit more complicated.
Viagra's kind of scary, right, Dr. Lance?
I mean, if it some of my patients that take it, you can have headaches. It can cause like nasal congestion, and if you are already on blood thinners with it, again, I'm not a physician, so I can't like diagnose or prescribe anything. But if you already are at risk for high blood pressure, hypertension, and you're already on blood thinners, and then you're taking a Viagra or a Cialis, which inherently dilates your blood vessels even more, it could just lead to not fun outcomes. So not recommended.
Don't do that.
I was thinking when you're 16 years old or you're in fucking Spanish class and you're not horny at all and you have an erection that's so fucking hard it hurts. It's like turning purple. You know what I mean? You're like, it's usually when you're tired. You know what I mean? You're in fifth period and you're falling asleep and it's like, holy fuck, and it hurts. That was my experience with Viagra. It was just painful. It was too much.
So there's a condition called
I have that. Whatever you're about to say, I have that.
Well, it's phimosis, where the penis just gets overly inflated, if you want to call it that, with blood. And that's why they say, like, if you ever take Viagra and you have an erection that lasts longer than 4 hours, you have to go to the hospital because then they have to drain it. And if that happens, if there's too much blood in there for long periods of time, I don't want to get too extreme.
Oh, please. I'm here for it.
The tissue can become necrotic, and basically,
holy shit,
they'll have to. You just want to go get it to the emergency room as soon as possible.
How would they drain the blood out of your penis?
They literally take a needle in there and drain it out.
They just tap one of where it is and get it out.
They go right into the base where the main vein into the penis, they go in there and
I
draw
totally
all that
avoid
blood out.
that.
I think another misconception about Viagra too. Well, I mean, I don't know if it's a misconception, but it fucking lasts forever. Like if you take one, it's like I don't mean your erection. I just mean like the reaction of the penis for a week is just totally different. Is that true? At least that was my experience. Like that thing can't. If you give it any attention a week after taking it, it's like fucking on full alert.
Yeah, I mean, and I also misspoke earlier. The condition's not phimosis; it's priapism. For anybody listening, phimosis is a different condition, but priapism is the condition where you have to go to the hospital and have it drained. But
I'm gonna hit images on Google
at your own risk.
Oh yeah, it shows how they drain it. Okay.
Good luck with that.
Okay. Wow. There's some. Wow. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, Dr. Lance.
I was just going to say medications like Viagra and Viagra has a shorter, what's called a half-life than Cialis. So Cialis stays in your system longer. And so most of the time Viagra, it'll be in and out of your system 12 to, 24 hours, maybe. Cialis is more like 36 hours. And so a lot of times people, whenever they do have an erection or whenever they take one of those medications, there's increased blood flow for longer periods of time than usual. And so that's usually why people are a little bit more hypersensitive, might have a little bit more uncomfortable erections if they don't need to take a Viagra or Cialis for kind of like what you're saying your experience was.
Recreational. Mine was like someone's like, hey, try this.
Right. And if you don't need it, sometimes that sensitivity can last longer than it normally would if you just had a more organic erection.
Yeah, and I felt like it was kind of Pavlovian too. It kind of puts you in that mindset.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that's a good sign if you start with a smaller one of these, and in 9 months you're getting people buying bigger ones. That's like kind of like the best testimonial you could have for it.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of loyal customers on the pumps. They tend to if they start on a 5, they'll move up to a 7. And I think that in itself kind of proves how much the pump does work. Yeah. And I think people just get to the point where they're most comfortable and they're most confident, and then they can just do like a maintenance pump every so often. They don't have to keep going.
Maybe I'm just I'm with the wrong group of people, the two of you and the listeners on this show. But when we took the sponsorship for Xersizer, it was because 2 other people in my kind of, I don't know, I hate this word, in my market turned it down, and I'm like, why the fuck would you turn it down? I mean, maybe not for people like us, but is this somehow a taboo device?
No, I think it's more just like people don't really understand it maybe, and people think it's a bit more of a novelty. Like to us, I think, especially with your kind of show, it's more about the gym and it's all about your kind of healthy lifestyles and such. And I think actually Xersizer fits really perfectly with that. If you're going to CrossFit and you're looking after your body, why would you not look after your penis as well? Like, I think it's quite a good synergy, to be honest.
Hey, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, in the clinic, in the patients, real in-person patients that I treat every day, a lot of people, when I suggest sending them home with a penis pump as part of their home program for therapy, people have this connotation, this association of penis pumps being, for sex and being for this, you walk into a sex shop and there are pumps everywhere. And so people have this association between kind of what Carrie was saying of penis pumps being a novelty item and a sex item. This is why I partnered with Xersizer as a pelvic health physical therapist, because it's more about penile health and penile well-being and penile fitness and sexual health, overall sexual health. And it should be part of guys, daily, weekly routine for general fitness, penile fitness. And so, it seems like a perfect fit for, a CrossFit community who's very focused on health and living a healthy lifestyle, seems very synergistic.
Let's say you've never even thought about getting one of these. Like you're just it's not anything you've thought of. But you're saying is like, well, you can get one and just as part of a regimen, like you said, once a week, but even you could do it once a month, and it has some sort of benefit, you think?
I mean, for the overall results, we would recommend following our regimen, which is 5 days per week with 2 rest days per week. But if you wanted to use it just kind of more sporadic, it's still going to help, but it's not going to give you like the same results because again, you need that consistency. But if you just wanted to kind of give yourself a little bit of overall penile health every so often, you can just use it as and when you like. But if you are looking for kind of a more prominent result, then you would need to follow the actual kind of manufacturer's routine.
I say this with zero humility.
Okay.
Absolutely none. I cannot have my penis get. I do not want a larger penis.
Okay.
But so for me, it could.
You could just do it every so often.
Right. I could just do it once a month. I don't have to go the full 15 minutes. I can just put it on, get the blood flow in there. It's kind of, hey, do you build plaque in the penis, Dr. Lance?
Well, it depends what type of plaque you're talking about. If you're talking about plaque like that builds up in the heart, and you can build plaque in blood vessels anywhere, but there's also different types of plaques, more like calcified plaques that can build up, but that's a completely separate disease. It's called Peyronie's disease, and it has nothing really to do with blood flow.
You have these on the out. I don't know the anatomy of the penis at all, except that mine's intact, thank God. But you have these little tiny capillaries that come and feed the outside of arteries, and they're called vasovasorum. They're these little tiny ones, and they feed the outside of the arterial wall, and they bring in like little just tiny red blood cells one at a time. And so we have those, and then they feed the arterial wall and keep your arterial walls healthy. I'm guessing that the penis. I'm guessing everywhere there's veins and arteries and there's blood flow. There's tons of tiny little avenues where only 1 or 2 cells can get down at a time to feed things. And that's what I was thinking about this. I was thinking about for someone who's already healthy, like more blood everywhere is always better, right? I mean, that's the whole point of exercise, right? To get blood down to your extremities, to sweat, to push hard. It's basically a change of the fluid, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way you can do this without a penis pump? Is there any you know what I mean? Like, does a sauna give it? Could a sauna do this? But I guess not. A sauna would just make you sweat. No,
not really.
This is the only way. I guess, or a crazy erection.
Yeah, but I think even an erection isn't going to give you the same result. Like, you need that vacuum and you need that kind of routine, really.
The guy. What about over pumping?
So that's why we always say 15 minutes is our maximum. And that's actually split down into 3 sets of 3 minutes in the pump and 2 minutes out the pump. So your maximum is 3 minutes in the pump at a time. But also with our pumps, you'll see that compression part. Yeah. When that's completely flat, that's the maximum pressure. So with a lot of other pumps on the market, like air pumps, etc., there's no kind of cut off. So you would keep pumping and keep pumping and keep pumping until you decide to stop. Whereas with our pump, when that compression is completely flat, it means that you can't pull any more water out. So that's the maximum pressure. That's why I said our pumps are the safest pumps on the market, because you cannot over pump. As long as you stay within that 15-minute threshold, you're absolutely safe.
Okay. And when you say pump, you mean either by once this is sealed, you mean compressions on this, or?
Yeah, you see where it's kind of, when you just pushed it down like this.
Yeah.
That's the compression. So as soon as that's flat, that's your maximum pressure. So you won't be able to pump any further than that.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fascinating device. I was looking at the history of these things and the guy who invented it. That car,
John, yeah.
the car mechanic guy.
Yeah.
Is that guy still alive?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's still floating around our offices every so often. Yeah.
Oh, serious? You know him?
Yeah.
Wow. Have you met him, Dr. Lance?
I have not had the pleasure yet.
Wow. Does he sit on your board or something, Carrie?
Yeah.
You guys are like the legit penis pump. You guys got the inventor of the penis pump.
Yeah, he created the world's first hydro pump. Yeah.
How's his talking? Does he talk good?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get that guy on the show. What? Wow.
What you're saying is not as good as me. All right.
No, you guys are great. You guys are great. I got a million questions for Lance. I'm trying to keep it focused on the penis pump and penises, but like I have all sorts of crazy questions for him. The Fitbit on the penis sounds like just God. It sounds so fun. It sounds just like something like to get him with a group of guy friends and have a fucking competition, but and just kind of fuck with the metrics. But it would also be cool to just do test things too, like fast for a day, put that thing on, and then the next day just eat oranges, or the next day just eat Snicker bars, or just, you know what I mean, and see how you're consume too much sugar with that thing on, and see if it affects the rigidity of the penis or things like that.
Lance, I could be wrong, but I do believe that like your night erections is a good way of knowing if there's other things going on in your body. That's right?
Yeah. So nocturnal erections are one of they're starting to. There's a lot of research that's looking at nocturnal erections and the foresight that we might be able to gather about heart conditions, and because we need, on average, men have anywhere from 4 to 6 nocturnal erections at night. And so and we are obviously asleep, we don't know if we're getting those, but if you're not getting nocturnal erections, or if you're starting to have less over time, it can be erection quality could be considered one of the 6 vital signs for men, because it is a big indicator of how well our heart is able to pump blood throughout our body. And so the whole idea for the Fitbit came from this concept of, I wonder what my penis is doing overnight. And, that's where the whole biometric data came from, to be able to track that. And so I do know I have had conversations with the owner of Firm Tech, and he is doing some research about, it's this like long-term look at people who are using the Firm Tech device, and looking at, are you able to capture somebody early on in their health journey to prevent any sort of adverse, a heart effect later, like a heart attack or a stroke. And so back to your original question, nocturnal erections can be a predictive factor for heart conditions later on. And so it's pretty cool that there's now a device out there that can help track that. But yeah, so using like a penis pump in conjunction with the Firm Tech ring, we want better overall penile health for, sexual health, and using a Firm Tech ring and a penis pump can help track, how well your erections are proving over weeks and months.
That thing just hooks up to your iPhone, and like you wake up in the morning, open the app, and you're just like, all right.
It's an app that through Bluetooth, it links with your phone, and so you just wear it overnight, and then you wake up and you can look at your penile score, your erection score, and it tracks that every time that you wear it, it tracks it, and so you can see over time how things change.
God, I want to get one of those just to prove to myself how great I am. Trish, concerns over Harris Waltz restricting the product. Do you guys have any political bents on one party or the other restricting your products? Okay, good. All right, good. It's a free country. Well, sometimes. I had a question about the what's it called? The fit what's the device
Femtech.
called? What's it called?
Femtech.
Firm Tech. What a great name, Firm Tech. Oh, erections at night. Hey, if you have a nocturnal erection, is it not? And you wake up. Let's say so. Like, if you set your alarm, let's say you get up at 6 and you have an erection. Are you losing the benefits of that erection? Is it better just to sleep through those? By that I mean, let me give you a little bit more. I heard one time that your nocturnal erections is when your body's producing testosterone. Is that true? And then, so I always get concerned if I set my alarm too early and I get up and I have an erection. I'm like, oh, fuck. I cut off the fucking testosterone maker midstream.
No. I'm pretty sure that's not accurate.
That's coming from a guy who didn't know he had a pelvic floor.
Nocturnal erections, like I said, it's a big indicator for heart health, but it also is deeply connected to the quality of our sleep. And so if you are in a deep REM sleep, that's usually when nocturnal erections happen. And so typically when we wake up naturally in the morning, if you're waking up without an alarm clock, you're coming out of one of those deep REM sleeps. And so that's usually when people will wake up and notice that they have an erection.
Okay.
But say you set your alarm and you're in the middle of a deep REM cycle.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're rock hard. It's not, I wouldn't say it's positive or negative. It's just like you got good sleep that night. And, like I said, we want it on average, we get anywhere from 4 to 6 every night. And so if you wake up and you're not getting nocturnal erections, it could be a testosterone issue. It could be a heart health issue. Could be just that you just didn't get enough or great sleep the night before.
Why do we get them? What's the mechanism? Why do you need to be erect when you're asleep? Seems like a waste of an erection.
It's our body's own mechanism for getting blood flow to that part of our body, to that appendage, if you want to call it that.
Right.
And so it's just a way to get blood flow, our body's own natural organic way to get blood flow down there throughout the night. And I guess I'm sorry.
The brain.
I keep interrupting you.
Right? No, I'm interrupting you because I'm just got a million questions raised. I guess the brain does that too, right? The brain has a cycle where it flushes itself. It goes through phases, right? Through the night. It's like doing maintenance.
Well, so that's part of whenever we sleep, that's what happens. Our entire body it's called the rest and digest phase for a reason, because our whole body just kind of goes into this kind of reset mode. And so that's when our brain gets the most, like the biggest recharge is when we sleep. That's when our penises get the biggest recharge. And that's why sleep hygiene is among, eating a balanced diet and working out regularly, making sure that people are getting enough sleep and consuming enough water. That's why sleep hygiene is so important, because it's when our body just recharges and resets.
Are these on the ascent? Penis, what would you call it? Penis pumps? What was the other word for it, Carrie?
Penile rigidity.
Hydro pump.
Oh yeah, rigidity device. Yes, the penile rigidity device. Are these on the upswing?
I would say, yeah. I mean, every year on year we sell more and more pumps. I think it's also a bit more like people are more understanding the health benefits. I think people are more conscious of their health. People are doing what they can to improve their lifestyle. And I think that's also one of the things. I think also there's a bit less of this kind of like, oh, don't want to use a penis pump. I think people are a bit more open-minded as well. Like, we're British, so we're very under the radar, but like even here we've kind of expanded quite a lot.
Yeah, when mine came in the mail, it sat in the garage for like a month.
Why?
Box because I was freaked out about opening it. And then one day I came in and I opened it, and it was.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. I don't know. Not a bong. I didn't know what to expect. But you guys have sent out a few to some of the listeners, and the reviews have been like off the chart. Like people love them.
It's a good product.
You got. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's a little out of your lane, but this just a second ago, I almost tried to drink out of it because I have my coffee cup in my other hand.
Oh, I wouldn't recommend that either.
Hey, what about? Oh, wait, hold on. Here, let me see. Jody Lynn, would this product be helpful for loss of rigidity after prostate cancer surgery?
Exercise, yeah, it would. Yeah, for sure.
All right, great question.
When I see patients in the clinic for rehab post prostatectomy, it's one of the first things that it's part of their home program, because whenever, depending on the type of prostate cancer or prostate surgery people had, it is going to impact erection quality, and so, or erections in general. People, a lot of times, if they've had their prostate completely removed, erections typically take upwards of a year to come back. And so that's where, if you're not maintaining that penile health during that downtime of your nerves regenerating, the body starting to heal itself, that's where a penis pump can really come in handy, because it helps to preserve that penile length even when your body isn't able to naturally, organically produce an erection.
Oh.
I would say if somebody's had any kind of mid-core surgery or prostate cancer removal, etc., we would recommend the Pro X, because it has that attachment of the handball and hose. It's just a lot more comfortable to use on the core, because you're pulled up the pump as opposed to pulling back onto the body. So if you've had any kind of surgeries in that area, we would kind of recommend the Pro X for that.
I just realized I had the 7. That's not nice. That was
the
mean.
7 is our most popular size.
Cindy, that was mean. That's not cool.
Oh, I mean,
that's not cool.
Should you have been a 5?
No. Oh, is there? I thought there was a 9. There is a 9. Yeah. All right. Not cool, Cindy. Okay, listen. Cindy here. 20% discount on using CrossFit 20. I was surprised the first time they popped on as a sponsor, how many people started DMing me and texting me that they didn't give 2 shits. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, look it. See here, Pool Boy. I love my Xersizer.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Mike's all over it.
Yeah. He was one of the first one to text me. He's like, "Get me one." All right. Rambler, is there an 8.5?
No, you want to be at a
9. Could you use this? You could use this as in a pinch to cup someone's back too.
I feel like you want to do everything with it, but use it what it's for.
Hey,
right.
Listen. I could see Dr. Lance opening, like, if his when he's cupping someone, if he's short a few cups, to open a few boxes of the Xersizer to get.
I think it's probably a little bit firm for that.
Dr. Lance, what about a business? I actually thought about this today in the shower. What about a business where I do this for people? Like, is there people who do that for you? Like doctors do, you know what I mean? Like some people just get peptides and shoot them into themselves. Other people go to the doctor and get are there businesses where, or it would just be guys can't handle that? Every guy would just want to just finish and ejaculate.
Well, I mean, especially with the exercises recommendations of using it 5 days a week and no more than 15 minutes.
You'd be a very busy man, Lance.
It'd be a very busy,
right?
Very busy kind of business model of having 15-minute sessions for people to come in just for somebody else to pump for them.
You have to charge a lot of money then to make it worth it.
Yeah.
Also, the whole point of the pump is that it fits into your daily showering routine. Like, most people are in the shower every day.
Right.
So you just use the pump while you're in the shower, and then nobody even has to know that you're doing it because you're not sneaking off to do something. It just fits into your daily routine.
Let's brainstorm here a little bit. I know it's messy because the water gets everywhere, but you know who would if you could figure out one of these where truck drivers could use them because they're in their truck so many hours a day, or people could use it on their commute.
I mean, if you wanted to use it over a bucket, I'm sure that would be fine.
Pool Boy, how messy is this thing? Hey, Carrie, I don't know if you should be on when I ask this next question. I guess you've heard
trust me, I've heard it all before.
Can this thing make you ejaculate, Dr. Lance?
I mean, I guess in theory, if you're really sensitive, but that's not the intent of it by any means.
Right.
the suction, the vacuum that it creates.
But the penis doesn't know that. The penis thinks that everything that touches it is meant for it. Is meant to, you know what I mean? It's got a mind of its own. It's like, oh
yeah, but you're creating erection under pressure. You're not creating an erection from like any kind of internal stimulation. So you're kind of almost doing it without it knowing about it, if you see what I mean. So most people don't
up
tend
on
to
the
get
penis and making it get erect.
yeah. Surprise.
That's great slogan for Xersizer too. Get an erection under pressure.
So it's definitely not designed to give you any kind of sexual stimulation. Most, I would say the majority of people are not getting any kind of sexual stimulation from it. It's really more of a like medical product, I would say.
Okay. It's hard for me to get my head wrapped around that there's anything that goes on your penis that's not for its pleasure. But I know that's
put one in your hand.
I know that, and I've almost drank out of it a few times. But that's my shortcoming. I realize that. What about? I thought I read somewhere. Can this thing? I saw something where it could get dirty, or you could get an infection from it, or something like that. Maybe not this penis pump, but I was reading about penis pumps in general. No. And I was like, how could this thing could give me an infection?
I mean, we do recommend that you clean them because you're putting water, soap, skin, hair, lime scale through that valve every time you pump. Yeah. So we do recommend that you clean the pump, but there's no risk of infection or anything like that. Saying that, I probably wouldn't suggest to share it with your partner, but I would always.
That's not nice, Carrie.
You should. Well,
sharing's fine.
Technically shouldn't, but as long as you keep it clean.
Is this lip gloss? This came in there too. What is it?
That's definitely not lip gloss. I can't see what you've got in your hand. But
oh, it says clean. Oh, you guys already thought of it.
Oh, it's a toy cleaner. Yeah, lip gloss.
Okay. The
not a vibe.
And it's got the lock.
It's got the lock.
Got the lock. But it comes with a strap.
Oh yeah, so that's the shower strap. So that pops onto the top of the pump and then holds it in place. So for the 3 minutes, you don't have to stand there like counting down. You can wash your hair, wash your body, whatever you need to do while the 3 minutes are.
This is amazing.
Makes it hand-free. Hands-free.
Yeah. This is amazing. So, when you use this device, the penis does get erect every time?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. A 3-minute erection. That's like 3 times past my record.
We do recommend that you kind of build up to the 3 minutes. So the first couple of times you use it, you want to kind of keep it on until you feel like, oh yeah, I might take that off now, and then build up. But the maximum is 3 minutes. I would be so gentle with this. I would be on the slowest. When I've read about it online, people are like, I pumped it too much, or do this or do that, or I would be. I'm no doctor, but I recommend anyone take it real slow. You don't want to fuck the penis up. 100%. Like, you're not going to fuck yourself up as long as you follow the instructions. But we all know that as soon as people get something, they throw the box in the bin and they're like, I can do this. And you're like, no, you can't. So you do need to follow the actual instructions and don't be doing crazy stuff. No carbonated water, no iced water, no olive oil. Like,
tell me
none of his suggestions are suitable, just to highlight.
My feelings are really hurt. I thought the olive oil was brilliant so that you could get moisturized.
No, and then imagine you're then squirting the olive oil into the bath and the shower. Everyone slips, falling on the floor.
Oh, us boys squirt everything everywhere anyway. We are not worried about that. But is olive oil bad if it goes in your penis? Is that why?
It's probably not the most suggested thing to use.
Yeah.
Dr. Lance, you have nice skin. You've had to have tried to put olive oil on your skin before. You've never put olive oil on your skin as like some sort of treatment? Gone to a...
I personally have not, no. But I mean, I do know people that have, and it's... I mean, I personally don't. I don't do that.
You know how there's this whole vape industry?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to lose my sponsorship now. Damn it. Well, fuck it. There's this whole vape industry, and so there's people who make cartridges for vapes that aren't supposed to go in those vapes. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like third-party products. So you buy like the electronic device that you suck into. Someone should make a product that you can put in the Xersizer that's not approved by you guys. If you guys are selling 20,000 a month, no, okay.
Let's not do that.
All right. I don't know what this means. Dave is going to be disappointed. Oh, that he can't put olive oil in his.
Oh, poor Dave.
Poor Dave. Yeah.
All right. Anything else that I forgot that you would like to add?
No, I think you've covered most things. I think the highlight here is don't use olive oil, and
carbonated or wine
or anything else.
or anything you get at the
Just water.
Normal instructions, and you'll get great
Just
results.
water.
Don't let anyone else fill your Exerciser.
No.
Don't leave
Listen
your
to
Exerciser
us,
unattended.
listen to him.
Don't let anyone drop a roofie in your Exerciser.
No.
Okay. Seriously, Dr. Lance, what about grinding up a Viagra?
No.
No.
Don't do that. No, terrible idea.
Listen, he's heard it, Carrie. These are the things. Not me. I'm just a normal guy. I would only put water in it. But guys are crazy. You were here, Dr. Lance. You weren't here when we started the show, but I had this friend who told me one time, he explained men to me perfectly. He said, anything a man does sexually, if it surprises you, you don't understand men. Like anything. And I was like, wow, that sounds. And Carrie could appreciate that line too. Could you appreciate that, Dr. Lance?
I could appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Paper Street Coffee, my coffee sponsor, is feeling a little left out. What about coffee?
No.
No, sorry.
No coffee.
Sorry, Paper Street.
Sorry, Gabe.
It's not for you either.
But dude, this could also be. I swear to God, if I still smoke weed, I would turn this into a bong.
Okay, no.
But I'm just saying I would. It comes with the tube and the pump and everything. What are those ones we used to do as kids where you did the milk carton in the sink? It was like a gravity bong where you push it in and then you.
We didn't have those in England, I don't think. Sorry.
All right. Oh, look, and James Townsen wants to know how my kids are doing. They're great. All right. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You guys are always welcome on the show.
Thanks.
Yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to talk about, I'd love to. I have tons of questions. I'd love to pull up the anatomy of men and just grill Dr. Lance.
Yeah, that's Dr. Lance thing.
That's what I talk about all day long. I'd be happy to.
And just learn. Okay. Carrie, are you on Instagram personally?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to find you. Could if I send Cindy my phone number and I give it to you guys, will you guys text me? I'm a really nice guy. I'm just a dad at home.
I'm just a stay-at-home dad.
I'm not coming to England or Atlanta to talk to you guys, but I would love to stay in contact with you guys.
All right, I'll add you up.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Xersizer CrossFit 20 for 20% off. If anyone has any questions, is there a good FAQ on the site, or is there anyone to ask? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. And then Dr. Lance, I highly recommend following his Instagram account. It's it is a very cool Instagram account. You do an amazing job.
Thanks.
Yeah, I doom scrolled on you last night. It was fun. I even reposted a thing or two.
People want to follow along. My handle's at Lance in your pants.
Yeah, that's great too. Yeah, you're. If I ever need a doctor, I hope he's cool like you.
Thanks.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being on the show. And
No worries.
Cindy, thank you for rattling up these characters. All right. Have a good day.
Take care.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. There we go. How much more can you learn? I guess you guys don't get the cool case. That was just me. They probably have it online there somewhere, though. Holy shit, it's hot in here. James, this was James Townsen. What's up, dude? This was a penis pump show. All right. No one called in. No questions. How are you doing, buddy? I was actually meant to send you a text. I'd like to get you on the show and hear about your weightlifting event. What a fucking event you went through. Sevon, all you can say is "oh dang." No, not get better, my. Of course, I want you to get better. I can't even imagine what you're going through. I got to get you on the show and hear all about it. What a wild journey. Yes, I do hope you get better quickly. Maybe you need some peptides. Would peptides help? Let's talk. I know a sponsor who would sponsor you with a shitload of peptides. I didn't even you tore a quad. Is that what happened? You pulled both of them and tore one? It's crazy. Crazy. All right. I really liked her. Carrie and Dr. Lance. They were cool, right? Yeah. That must have been wild. Hey, I'll send you a text later on today, and hopefully we can get you scheduled to come on the show maybe after Crash. I think it's pretty crazy for the next 5 or 6 days. I'd love to hear about it if you want to talk about it. Damn, on a weight I can hit my sleep. Damn. Yeah, I'd have all sorts of questions for you. If you were properly hydrated, what do you think it was? Lack of sleep, age, just too powerful. Xersizer. Oh, yeah, they were great. I gotta tell Susan they were great. Fuck, it's hot in here. I don't know. I don't think. Let me see. Oh shit! It's Xersizer. Can we edit the name ASAP? Oh, we spelled Xersizer wrong. Oh, on the show name. Damn. Where is oh shit. Yeah, I'll edit it now, Souza. I'm editing it now. Crazy. Thank you. Good catch. Xersizer Pros. How to make your penis bigger. Oh, here we go. I didn't have to drop a deuce that entire show. I was a little concerned when the show started that I was going to have to drop a deuce in the middle of the show. But just some gas. Sevon wasn't in charge of live at HQ. That was someone else. I don't think we did. Did we go live there? I don't think we did live there. But I wasn't in charge of anything there, like with the buttons and there was a guy named Eric Maciel who did all that. I just sat there with a notepad and paper. Oh, okay. All right. I'm gonna schedule James. I'm sending James now. I'll send James a James Townsen and Matt Souza. Can we get James scheduled? Hey, what was he at a meet when that happened? Sevi, throw the Xersizer website in the show notes. I don't even know. Thank you for editing, and can we put website in show notes, please? I was gonna be like, fuck you, Augustus. Don't tell me what to do, but this is the lady who pays the sponsorship. So okay. What am I supposed to do here? Thank you for editing. What's editing? And can we put website in show notes? Oh yeah. I'll ask let me see. I didn't even bring the website up. Xersizer. Hey Cindy, I'd like to know if you guys sell that Fitbit for the penis. I'd love to I would love to have someone on for that. That thing I might actually try. I would try this penis pump too, but I just don't think 15 minutes sounds like a long time. I don't think I get 15 minutes alone a day. Oh, this is a beautiful website. The only FDA regulated doctor approved hydro pump. $60-day money back trial guarantee. Expert, medically approved. Okay, I'll put this in the notes now. Hold on, let me show these guys this. There you go. I don't even know how to put stuff in show notes. What do? I go here. I go to manage videos. I go to live. I go there. Okay, scroll down here. Description. Xersizer. I'll put in CrossFit 20 for 20% off. Susie's going to be so impressed. I don't think I've ever done anything like this. Okay, someone tell me, see if it's in the show notes. I just saved it. Dang. I'm good. Cindy, why'd you send me a 7? That hurts. That's not cool. Which one did I? Oh, shit. The fuck is this? Delivers 35% more power. Perfect for first-time user. Oh, look, this one's got a different. $1 million satisfied users. Oh, Cindy, I got to get the guy who invented this thing on. What was his name? John? Why did this person only give it a 4-star? It says, I've been using the Xersizer for about 2 months now. It's been great. There are veins there that I haven't seen in years. There's a girth that I didn't know I had. And just recently, I was shocked at the length I was getting. This device really pulls the blood into your shaft. And over time, you'll see results. I highly recommend. That's a 5-star, douche. 5-star. 5-star. All right. Oh, and they sell a body groomer. Get 10%. I don't know. We had Manscaped as a sponsor, and they must have sent me 10 razors. I gave them all away. I'm just a scissors guy. Hold on, James, 1 second. I got to connect the phone. There we go. Hey, dude. Hello, James.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, of course.
Are you lying down?
Yeah.
Can you even walk? Can you even walk?
No, not at all. I got to be I gotta keep my left leg straight at all times. Wife gotta help me up out of bed. I'm on crutches. I can't bend or contract my left leg. So,
Wow.
yeah.
And do you remember what happened?
Yeah. Well, I won the event, but it was on the last barbell, and it's a weight, I could hit in my sleep. I've done this weight, over the last 15 years, and the weight was 415 pounds. But I got out of position in the catch, and as soon as I caught it, it started to drive me down, and then that's where I felt both of my quads just pop. I heard it and I felt it, and then I threw the weight off of me, and then I went to go grab my quads, and I was like, oh man,
Both of
something
them.
ain't right. Did both of them. Then I went to go I turned over and I went to go try to get up, and I couldn't, and so I just laid down on my stomach. Yeah.
What was the name of the competition?
It's the Move Fast Lift Heavy by Christian Harris.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Move Fast Lift Heavy Invitational.
And it was a clean you were doing?
Yeah, power clean. Yeah.
Wow.
I was fine throughout the whole day. I did my snatch. 145 on the snatch. I hit 183 easy, 405 easy. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's go up 10 more pounds. And, no problem. And then it was the last barbell, and then that's when it happened. Like literally a freak accident.
Hey, James, in the picture you have, it looks like in the video, I can't tell because it starts.
I'll send you the whole video.
But in the still frame, it looks like you're catching it in a squat snatch.
Yeah, it drove me down.
Oh, okay. You said that. I apologize. Okay. Right.
Yeah. I got out of position.
Wow, crazy. Have you ever seen this happen to anyone before?
I mean, those videos that, that's on Instagram of, people, doing the squats or anything and getting hurt, but never in a clean or a power clean.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Have you ever seen any that happen to anyone else where they were doing a power clean and your left quad is torn?
Yeah.
And what does that mean? It's like the muscle ripped off the bone at the hip?
The good thing is the quad is still attached to the knee.
Okay.
But it's the vastus medialis, the inner quad muscle that is completely torn.
And where does that attach? That attaches in the groin somewhere?
Yeah.
And that's where it's torn?
So from the inner quad muscle to the belly is like your middle quad up to your groin area.
Did they do a surgery already?
No. So they had me scheduled right away, immediate surgery, but because the doctor thought that it ruptured. It didn't rupture off the bone, the kneecap. So they didn't want me to fly immediately because one, they were expecting me to get blood clots, and they were trying to avoid that from flying. And then two, I told them, I was like, hey, I live out of state. I'm not, I don't live in Jersey anymore. So if I need surgery, I would like to do it at home. And they were like, well, we don't want you to fly because we don't want to put you in shots. We got to put you on baby aspirins, to take the risk away of you getting the blood clots and everything. But since the quadricep is still intact to the knee, okay, we could get you home and then have you meet with a sports ortho surgeon out there where you at to determine the next course of action.
And are you sorry? You're at home now? You're not in the hospital?
Yeah, I'm at home now. Yeah,
And
I had got out yesterday.
And you got out yesterday from Jersey?
Yeah,
God,
from
that
a hospital in Jersey.
so you wheelchaired onto the plane and all that,
Yeah.
all by yourself?
No, my wife flew out.
Oh,
she came out right away.
Oh, damn. What a good
Yeah.
wife. And then so you're home. Now what happens next? Do you have a doctor's appointment?
Yep. So when I got off the plane yesterday, went right to it's like an injury clinic, like an injury emergency clinic. And they need the MRI images. They don't need the report. They got the report, but they want the pictures in hand so that they can look at it to determine the next course of action. So now my wife called over to New Jersey and they got a call over to get it. So now it's just a waiting game till they get the MRI.
Are you on crazy painkillers?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wow, dude. God, I'm so sorry. Fuck. What have you what are the is it I mean, obviously it's serious, but are there other people who've had this happen where you're like, okay, the outcomes of this end up being good?
Yeah. Tons and tons and tons of people reached out to me, and just more so in the athlete mindset of it, because I never like dealt with anything like this before. And just for me it's frustrating because it's something that I could do in my sleep and something that I love doing. And so now I'm at the point to where it's like, will I be powerful again, or will I be explosive again, or will I be that athlete again? Having to come back from this and deal with this. And so just hearing other people's testimonies on like, hey, I tore my hamstring, or ruptured my patella tendon, or dislocated my kneecap and stuff, and I was able to get back. So that's good. But it's just like, for me, it's like, will I ever be that fast guy again? Will I ever be able to do the weights again and everything? So it's the door is like opening and closing. It's like, I get it, I understand it. It's just that, I gotta stay prayed up, stay faithful, go through and do everything that the doctors tell me to do, and then just put my best foot forward.
Yeah. So that you're just grappling with the challenges of wanting to be capable again. Like, you're this crazy powerful man who uses his body daily, and then it's like fucking bam, it's gone.
Right. And now that I'm pushing up there in age, yeah.
You said it's the left quad?
Yes.
And anything happened to the right quad?
No, that's just a pull.
God, it's crazy that it was both legs. And
Yeah.
a pull, and does it hurt? Does the right one hurt?
I mean, it's sore, when I get up, in and out of bed, it hurts, but it's manageable. It's just it's just my left leg I'm really worried about, because, like I said, I can't contract a muscle, can't bend the knee, can't do anything, can't put weight on it, nothing.
What happens if you try to stand up? There's just nothing there?
Nothing.
Can you feel your feet?
Yeah. I can feel my toes and stuff, but to like when the doctor yesterday was like, can you, squeeze his quad? I was like, I'm literally trying and I can't. Can you lift your leg up off the bed? And I'm giving all my effort and I can't.
What about your calf muscle? Can you flex your calf muscle?
No.
Wow, what a trip. So surgery for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And probably sooner than later.
Yeah, within the next week or two. Because I have a best friend that's a ortho surgeon, and he was like, you got to get this done within a week or two, because then if you don't, it will start healing on its own, and it builds while it's healing. Wherever the damage is at, it will start building that scar tissue. So when that scar tissue starts building, the ligament gets pulled back. And so when the ligaments gets pulled back, then they will have to think about doing graft. And so I'm guessing graft is, they would need to pull stuff from other places to, stitch up the ligament and tendon and all that.
Shannon Medeiros says, James, I'm sending so many thoughts and prayers for speedy recovery.
Thank you, Shannon.
All right. How much longer will you be on the pain pills?
Till the doctor say get off.
So it could be for a while.
Yeah.
Is it painful? Are you in pain just sitting there?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, I wish this on nobody.
Yeah, it sounds gnarly. I mean, basically, the way I'm playing the story out in my head is basically you lost use of a leg, and that sounds fucking so scary.
Yeah.
How are your daughters taking it?
They were taking it hard. They hate to see their, I'm like Superman and my girl, and I always will be, but they hate seeing their dad, down, especially my oldest. She cried. But
yeah, my kids cry when I get hurt.
Yeah, my middle daughter, she hates it. She came in yesterday and saw me, came in, gave me a hug, and was crying,
Yeah, you ever do that thing like where you fall down on the bed and you pretend like you're dead, and like within 1 second all your kids are crying. You're like, dude, I'm joking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or you pull the covers on yourself. You're like, I can't breathe, and you pretend like you're dead, and your kids start crying. You're like, no, I'm joking. I ain't dead. I'm good. Just fucking with you. Is there anything you need, James?
No, man, just keep me in your prayers. Just keep me and my family in prayers. Reach out. Just mentally, I'm just trying to just stay strong. Because you could veer off and go to a different place, but.
Susie Tell says, God bless you, James. Send in love.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. I'll be watching on Instagram. I'll check in on you. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
All right, brother.
All right.
Ciao. Oh, God. Oh, man. Crazy. All right. Much love to James Townsen. It's crazy, too, because he's scrolling his Instagram, and it's just, he's such a family man. It must be freaking his kids out. Dick Butter, I did that to my 6-year-old son last night, and he flipped out. Yeah, kids don't like to see the parents get hurt. Wow. All right. We'll check in on him. Oh, he's playing wiffle ball with his son, too. Dude, it was wild to watch live. Just 415 pounds crash like that. Oh, you were there, Ortega? We need a rant about something. God, I got so many rants. I'm just so fucking wound up on certain topics. Did you guys see the judges who are taking the appeal on Trump's $454 million judgment? It's a panel of 5 judges, and 4 of I haven't heard all 5 of them speak, but I heard 4 of them speak. They're like, "Wait a second, you're penalizing." It's the appeals court from September 26th. I don't know if you guys remember what happened, but Trump borrowed money from a bank. In a nutshell, he borrowed money from a bank saying, he said, "Hey, this building's worth $400 million. Can I borrow $400 million?" And he borrowed the money and however much he borrowed, and he paid it back. And now years later, I don't know how many years later, the state of New York said, "Oh, on your application, you said this building was worth $400 million and it was only worth $200 million." And so, and the bank's like, "But he paid us back." And Trump's like, "Yeah, everything's fine. It's not a big deal." And the court said, "No, you lied on a loan application. And so we're going to fine you $454 million. So the 4 judges in the appeal, 4 of the 5 judges in the appeals court are talking to the attorney, and they're like, "This doesn't fucking make any sense. Why did you guys fine him? And all of the other cases that you're citing that show people get fined aren't similar to this case at all."
Valued properties at the behest of a lender perpetrating a scheme to induce unsophisticated consumers into taking out home loans that they could not afford. It hardly seems that justifies bringing an action to protect Deutsche Bank against President Trump, which is what you have here. I mean, you've got 2 really sophisticated parties in which no one lost any money. And that was the point of my initial question. Every case that you cite involved where there was damage to consumers, damage to the marketplace. You've got a scheme to get unsophisticated consumers to take out home loans. You got a collapse of Lehman Brothers. You don't have anything like that here.
Well, first of all, Your Honor, the statute doesn't require that. Whether
an example of what you're talking about, I think, is People versus Allen, isn't it? There it was just a dispute among partners.
Yes,
it didn't affect the public, at all. But I think you hear underneath all these questions, the question of mission creep. Has 6312 morphed into something that it was not meant to do? And that's something you must address, because there has to be some limitation on what the Attorney General can do in interfering in these private transactions, as Justice Friedman said, that where people don't claim harm. So what is the limiting principle?
A private transaction where there was no harm, where the other cases that she cited, there was either damage to the lender or the lendee or the markets, when none of that happened here. Why is she yelling? Because she's a fucking libtard. That's how they talk. This will go nowhere. Yeah, of course, right? It's nuts.
I have a question that's similar to Judge Rosado's, actually, which is the immense penalty in this case is troubling. So how do you tether the amount that was assessed by Supreme Court to the harm that was caused here, where the parties left these transactions happy about how things went down?
Well, overvalued properties at the behest of a lender perpetrating a scheme to induce unsophisticated consumers.
God, it's so bad. I don't even know. Was the premise even correct? Was the building significantly overvalued? I don't even know. I mean, that in itself is so arbitrary, but fuck, who knows? That's a great question. Even I just assumed that he had overvalued it. Oh, Dick Butter, it wasn't. I would never, ever wish that on anyone. That's what's crazy. There's people, like, I haven't heard one Republican ever say they would want any harm to happen to Biden. I haven't heard anyone be like, "Oh, I wish he'd die," or I haven't heard anything like that. I haven't even heard anyone say, I hope his son goes away to jail forever, to like, even though his son is like clearly broken the law. I haven't heard any of that. I don't hear anyone on the right ever do that. Thank God, wherever that is, the judges have some fucking common sense. I haven't seen this. You guys want to watch this one together? I know this company because I bought companies from this. I bought stickers from this company for the West Coast Classic. I got some big. Where are those stickers? I got some big California Peptide stickers when we did the podcast out of the house at the West Coast Classic, and I used Sticker Mule. That's how I know I had heard of this. Since I was a kid, the iconic Found sign in upstate New York was a symbol of American manufacturing moving to China. The Founds company completely shut down operation in Amsterdam, New York in 1984 when I was 2 years old, and I moved everything overseas, decimating my home city. The people left little by little, and once vibrant city became a depressed town. I never expected to own the iconic Founds building, but my own company, Sticker Mule, grew so quickly we ended up buying almost every functional manufacturing building in Amsterdam, creating nearly 1,000 manufacturing jobs. CEO of Sticker Mule. Here we go.
Since I was a kid, the iconic Found sign in upstate New York was a symbol of American manufacturing moving to China. The Founds company completely shut down operations in 1984 when I was only 2 years old, moving everything overseas and decimating my home city. The people left little by little, and a once vibrant city became a depressed town. Throughout my life, the Found sign defined my hometown skyline. It was clearly visible from the thruway and seen by millions of people every year as they passed by or arrived to Amsterdam, New York. I never expected to own the iconic Founds building, but my own company, Sticker Mule, grew so quickly we ended up buying almost every functional manufacturing building in Amsterdam, creating nearly 1,000 manufacturing jobs thus far in the process. For the last 2 years, we debated what to do with the Found sign. Given everything happening in the world today, we decided to replace it with an equally iconic and symbolic sign that represents the return of manufacturing jobs to America and the triumph of the underdog against insurmountable adversity. No one thought we'd build a massive manufacturing company in America, just as no one expected a certain individual would become president, survive multiple assassination attempts, and inspire people all around the world that they're able to do more than they ever dreamed possible. Our Vote for Trump sign, designed by a team of local artists, uplifts the Amsterdam, New York skyline with a symbolic message that manufacturing can return to America, and no one should need to fear supporting the man leading the charge to make it happen.
So the city's asking him to take the sign down. The city's asking him to take the sign down. Oh, shit. This guy's... What is this? AC 132. Oh, I don't follow this dude. I got to get this dude on the fucking podcast.
Since I was a kid.
What is this? Share with everyone. All are invited. Democrats, Republicans, Independents, indifferent alike. All free McDonald's, fish fillets, and more. Paid for by Sticker Pack. Not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. Featuring Henry Cejudo, 2-division UFC Olympic gold medalist. Wow. A McDonald's party. Oh, and he's shipping free packets of stickers to support Trump. Oh, Reddit banned us. What is this?
Reddit banned us, a site that's known for sharing some of the most
pedophiles, a home of pedophiles.
Inappropriate content on the entire internet, banned Sticker Mule. Why?
because a short while ago I spoke up and said, stop the anti-Trump hate, stop bullying Trump supporters. And just for that little statement alone, we got banned by R stickers. There's the comment on the thing, official rule of R stickers. You just can't be Sticker Mule to be a member of the #1 sticker community on Reddit. We happen to be the biggest sticker company on the internet by far. We got banned by R Albany. We're the best employer in the Albany area by far. And we got banned by a couple dozen other weird subreddits. I don't even remember what they're about, but we got banned by all sorts of Reddits just because I spoke up and said, stop the anti-Trump hate, stop bullying Trump supporters. It's a really odd situation, especially because people long forgot this, but we're part of Reddit history, actually, because a long time ago, a guy named Alexis Ohanian, who actually founded Reddit, was a huge fan of Sticker Mule, and he partnered with us to open the first official Reddit sticker store. So the founder of Reddit was a good friend of ours. He helped us launch the first official Reddit sticker store. We launched that for a long time until we made the decision to close it down. They were upset about that, but that happened about 8 years or so, or maybe even longer. I don't remember, but we're an official part of Reddit history. Now we're getting banned because I made a peaceful, unifying message saying stop the hate, stop bullying Trump supporters. Is really a weird situation. And it's even worse because Google now is using Reddit as a major signal to guide their search rankings. So it's a massive discrimination against Trump supporters.
Yeah, it is crazy how much it is crazy how often now when I Google I get reference to Reddit and TikTok. I fucking hate it because I don't go to either of those sites. You know, I'm in the middle of a show with 20,000 people watching, right? No. Oh. What? I had a guest on today, and you were standing by the window, and for some reason, speaking to the microphone.
Is it on?
Yeah, you can't. Why were you?
It's not on.
Yeah, it's on. You don't have the headset on that, but that's why you don't know. Why do you think you can just come in here and when I have guests on it? Like, I understand if you come to the window and you want to come on the show, and then I give you the finger waggle. That means beat it, kid.
Yeah, I know.
But then you started doing this to me.
Yeah.
And you're trying to talk to me when I'm having a guest on. I had a doctor on this morning, very high profile, powerful guest.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering if you were gonna buy me that drone, or are you just kidding? The drone with the camera.
So I'm in the middle of my show. Yeah, I'm about to beat your ass. I'm in the middle of my show. Thank you for sitting back and relaxing. I'm about to give you a good solid ass pounding. I'm in the middle of the show. What'd you say? I always do. Okay, good. I'm about to slap you around good here. I'm in the middle of the show, trying to scrape a few dollars together so I can put food on the table.
Wait, what?
And you didn't hear what I said?
I kind of hear.
Yeah, how much money do I make every show? What did I tell you?
You probably make like 50.
$50? Okay. So I'm in here working like a dog. Dancing like a fucking What about that? Sorry, hold on, Ari. What about that? Ariel Lowen said that she has to dance like a monkey. I fucking dance like a monkey. I'll tell you. You want to know who has to dance like a monkey? I'm a proud monkey. Okay. What makes you think that you asking about a drone now that would be the good time to ask me that while I'm in the middle of the show?
Now I'm speechless.
Good.
Are you kidding me?
God damn, meat and fruit.
Oh.
I deem Sevon's claim about the number of viewers a material misstatement. I don't know what you mean by material, but yeah. 20,000. We barely have 20,000 subscribers.
Really?
The greatest show on the internet. Yeah.
It's not the greatest. I have better. I've seen better.
No, you haven't seen better.
Just kidding. It's the only one I've seen.
Oh, great. Here come out your brothers.
Oh, yay. Avi, jump in the house. Hi.
Hi, I'm pissed.
Why are you pissed?
Because Ari was interrupting my show today while I had two high-profile, powerful guests on.
Who?
I had a doctor and an economist. Economist.
What's an economist?
Like someone who knows about money and shit.
Oh, why? What are you doing? Trying to make some?
He was interrupting the show while I was dancing like a monkey. Were you eating eggs? I can smell them.
Oh my god. It
I
smells
can
so
smell
good.
the eggs on your breath from over here.
Oh my god, it smells good. How come you didn't know him away?
I did know him away. I knowed him away like this. And he still stood there by the window and started doing this. Like, I know what that is.
What?
I know I don't know what that is. That's what I mean. I didn't know.
Oh.
But I was trying to stay concentrated on my two high-profile guests dancing like a monkey, trying to scrape a few dollars together, and you guys think it's cool to come over by the window and fuck with me. I didn't do it. Yeah, that one did. Will you take him inside and just light him up? Yeah. Okay.
No, you're not doing that all day.
Yeah, don't light him up. Not while we have guests over. Afterwards, though, tomorrow.
Guest over?
Yeah, we have guests over. We have friends over.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember I said no fighting when we have guests? I want everyone to think we're a happy family.
Yeah. We're not that happy, everybody. Yeah, it's not true.
On a 1 to 10, how happy are we? If 10 is very happy and 1 is miserable.
Well, my dad's not that happy, so that makes us unhappy.
I walk around the house all mopey all day.
Sometimes.
You've never seen me. Wait, be honest. Have you ever seen me mopey?
No.
Okay.
Adam's mopey. Adam's very mopey. That's why I don't like tennis. Okay, everybody out. Let's give Heidi some space. Really? Want me to get out of here?
I don't know. Let me.
What are you doing with your toe?
I'm turning on the light so people can see you. Oh, Ari, I stuck. I put some. Remember yesterday we were having some issues with the camera.
Mm-hmm.
I think I fixed it.
Really?
Yeah, I put those two. I put
Ari
those.
wasn't here, was he?
Yeah, yesterday he came on the show. Or no. Who? Oh, you were. Sorry, you were on the show. I put. Look at those rubber. I put those toe spacers to hold the camera up.
The toe spacers?
Yeah.
Bobby Scattle, your best friend's here waiting for you. Oh no. Heidi, your worst nightmare came.
Hi, Joey.
Oh, bye-bye, bub.
Piano lessons?
Yeah. I already
Tear it
did
up,
mine.
but play good so I can hear you in here. I love listening to you play the piano when I'm in here.
Heidi, I learned the rest of Let It Be.
Oh, you do? You can play Let It Be?
Yeah, I can play all of it. All you taught me.
Oh, okay. All right. So you have a jiu-jitsu tournament. No, you can just close the screen, leave it open. It's hot in here. I'm sweating like a pig.
Heidi.
What?
All the jiu-jitsu tournaments, basically all of them, has been on our free day.
I know. So last jiu-jitsu tournament was the first time that in like over a year that you wrestled with your brother in the same tournament.
Yes.
And
then I'm gonna wrestle on him and Gee, I think.
Yeah. And so you told me last tournament, you said, hey, if Joseph is in the tournament, I'll be unstoppable. Why is it? I mean, you're unstoppable anyway. You always kill at tournaments anyway, but
I'm gonna destroy the tournament.
I know you are, but why did you feel extra confident when Joseph was at the tournament?
I mean, like, he was just like with me, and when like my friend or like you know how like when we're doing something new, we're like, I'm not gonna do this if Joey's not doing it like that. I was like that, and I felt more comfortable doing it with him because he's my brother. Twin.
Yeah, and so you guys are going to be in the same bracket again.
But I'm destroying him and Gee.
I know, but when they put you,
I really want to get double gold. Like, really want to get double gold.
You want double gold.
Real bad, like real bad. This time, like I have to get double gold, or I'm gonna be.
Well, you gave him one of your. You got double gold last time, but you gave your medal away.
No, I didn't get double gold. That was just a mistake.
You think the judge judged it wrong?
I didn't get double gold. I got gold and silver.
So you guys were started on opposite ends of the bracket. You met in the finals, and the judge said you won. But I did see there was something weird going on with the scoring. What you're saying is the judges got the twins confused and gave Joey's points to you, and that's why you got the gold? Wow. I didn't know.
We shouldn't be in the same brackets anymore.
So what do you think about this? Sometimes when there's, so you'll be on one side of the bracket, he'll be on the other. You guys will have to beat all those guys. And then if you guys meet in the finals, what if you guys just decided that you guys aren't going to wrestle? Like you guys wrestle every day anyway. So why wrestle at the tournament? Why not just when you get to the finals, just shake hands and just be like, "Hey, Joey, give me the win so I can get the gold," and don't even wrestle. Like, you don't have to wrestle your brother.
I know, but I want the gold.
I know. Maybe you guys could work out a deal or something.
No.
Massive pit sweat.
I don't have pit sweat.
I do.
I have a bug bite on my foot. The one right here. Nasty.
Go live on Instagram so we can watch him play Let It Be. All right.
Me?
Yeah.
You want me to go inside and...
No, it's okay. We'll do it later. Okay. I don't know. You think that's pussy shit, Jonathan? I think a lot of family members don't. I think the Rotolo brothers didn't go head to head at tournaments.
They were in the same bracket?
I mean, there's the risk of I think there's a risk. Oh, thank you, Travis. Travis from Vindicate. Wow.
Travis Bajan?
No, a different Travis. Is just sent a really nice text. I think a lot of brothers don't compete. I think in tournaments against each other. Family members don't compete because there's a risk of you always getting hurt. Especially since you guys go so hard against each other.
Yeah, I'm always nervous.
And also, no gi is after gi, so why not save your energy? Why not just if you make it to the finals with your brother, don't wrestle.
Well, what about him? He's gonna beat me up?
No, you just tell him, "Hey, Joey, I can beat your ass. Just give me the gold. Let's not wrestle." I've thought about telling you guys that you can't wrestle each other in tournaments.
Why?
Because I don't want you. Because you have gi afterwards. Why should you guys?
No gi?
You have no gi afterwards. Why wrestle? Why risk getting hurt in a tournament? I mean, you guys go so hard. I don't think it is pussy shit. Someone else said it's pussy shit. I don't think it is at all. I get to see you guys fight every single day.
I'm gonna tell him something.
Like, why not just say, "Hey, Joey,
No, I'm gonna
let's
do
be
something
cool,"
else.
and I will just let's just shake hands. You say you forfeit.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
Or else I will beat your ass.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
They have to be in the same bracket.
Can I
They have
just
to be in the
talk,
same.
please?
Yeah, sorry. They have to be in the same bracket. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say it after this show or whatever. I'm gonna say, how about we in tournament you're in gi? How about you just what was I gonna say again? How about we just go easy, try not to go hard, but you can try to win. Just go easy though. Like, don't go full hard. Just like be technical. Don't use muscle.
Yeah, I don't think you guys will be able to do that. Augustus Link, save their energy so they can kick the shit out of everyone in no-gi afterwards. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. No, I don't think it's feminine thinking at all. I think it's a mixture of brain and brawn.
What do you mean?
Oh, your wife says, "Do you let me talk?" You know that couch you're sitting on?
Yeah.
Do you know where it's from?
No.
When?
That feels nice. That smell?
You farted? I don't smell it. When Medsmitig was an attorney, she was a lawyer, and that was in her office, and her clients would sit on that.
How did it get here?
Dude, they go to war, Jonathan. They go to war on each other. I mean, it is some violent shit. Like when they spar in class, everyone else stops and watches, both in striking and in jiu-jitsu. So 5 days a week, when those two are going to go at it, everyone stops and watches. They're like, holy shit, the Matosian brothers are going to go against each other. It is savage, dude. It is savage. The shit I see at my house, I should make videos. There was a while back when you guys were little, I used to post videos of you guys fighting in the jiu-jitsu room, and people would get upset. And if they thought they got upset at that, they would fucking shit if they saw you guys fight now.
What? Wait, what happened?
My mom never laid it to a client. Jesus criminy.
Wait, what happened, Hayek?
When you were, if I showed people you guys fighting in the jiu-jitsu room every day, people, I don't think the general public could handle it.
Why?
Because it's too violent.
Well, violent makes my tummy tingle.
Violence makes your tummy tingle. Oh my god!
Just makes me nervous. I want to kick the.
You want to what?
SH at home.
You want to kick the shit out of someone?
It's fun. Oh, you know what I'm
You're
looking
good.
forward
You're
to?
good. You're good at it.
Going with Caius.
Is that the kid that beat you that one time?
Not, he didn't beat me. He's just new. McKenna said.
Oh, that's. Oh, I know what you
said,
mean. And you mean in your striking class?
McKenna said, McKenna said, "What's your lesson?" When he hit me back in the head, I'm like, "Go hard," and she's like, "Yep, go a little harder on newer people." I'm like, "Oh, I can go a little harder."
Right.
So in kickboxing, if we go,
Here's the
I'm
thing you
gonna
have.
destroy him. I'm gonna go bam, bam.
Here's
bam.
the thing you have to learn. You always have to keep yourself safe, even with the new people, right? So if you're
Yeah.
going with the new people,
They're gonna go nuts.
and
Yeah,
they go nuts,
Did you
got
see
to
me
win their
destroying
respect. You
him?
might have to give them a quick little fucking tat in the nose. You know what I mean?
No, I do not have to get Kites a tap in the nose. I have to give him a fist in the nose.
That's what I mean. Just a little fucking nose tap.
A little. He hit me in the back of the head so hard.
Yeah, no one should ever hit you in the back of the head.
Now he's gonna pay the price. I'm so mad. I am so mad.
I think another good move is to foot sweep someone so that they hit the ground.
I would
and-
rather go to jiu-jitsu. I'd rather do jiu-jitsu with him. Actually, I'd rather do kickboxing with him so I can just get him mad and just start punching him when the timer's over. I want him to be so mad at me and I want him to be pissed at me.
Do you remember
Really
the
pissed.
other day you threw Joey down? I think you foot swept him, and he landed on his back and got the wind knocked out of him in the jiu-jitsu room. It was yesterday.
I think
Avi did that to him.
that
Yeah, that's. I think that's kind of a good thing to do to a new kid. Foot sweep them, and then they land down, and then they
Jump and the head dribbles.
No, you don't want to dribble their head off the ground. But I mean, if they get crazy,
I
if
figure
they get crazy, a foot sweep's a solid move because then it's like, oh shit.
Oh my god. For a second, the first time we went, I thought Caius was an idiot. And then when we went on later, I thought Boss was an idiot, but now Caius is an idiot. They go back and forth.
Yeah, I think stomach punches, little knock the wind out of people who get crazy, and foot sweeps are good.
Oh my god, that was loud.
It was a text message.
From who?
Someone telling me to vote.
For who?
That it just says exciting news. Sevon early voting starts October 9th, and Kamala and Harris will be in Phoenix on Thursday.
Kamala and Harris? That doesn't make sense.
You're right. Kamala and Walls. You're smart. You know, I noticed that you're I always forget how smart you are unless when you come in here I realize how sharp you are. You're socially very intelligent, like what you choose to say and not say on here, but all you guys are.
Joey always comes in, but he doesn't like sit on the couch. There's only one time he sat on the couch. Oh my god.
What?
You've been on here for hours.
I know. I'm almost done. I'm trying to see if there's a clip I can play.
Hi, Dick.
Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
No. Ooh, yeah.
You do know?
Mhm.
Is she? What is she?
I do not like her.
You don't?
No. Do you?
No, not really.
Good. Because I know who she roots for.
Who does she root for?
Our enemy.
Who's our enemy? I wish you
Kamala.
guys. What? I know.
Yes,
I wish you guys. I don't want you guys to not like Kamala.
I don't like Kamala.
I know, but I want you guys to have your own opinion. I want you guys to. Do you know why you don't like her?
Why?
No, that's what I mean. You don't like her because I don't like her, but I want you to make your own decision.
Well, I know. You told me everything.
What did I tell you?
Literally everything.
I
know they lie.
Yeah. Have I told you that, or you hear me talking to other people?
You told me that, and I hear you talking to other people.
Yeah, I don't want to tell you that. I want you to be able to make up your own decisions. Because when I was a kid, my parents told me, like, I want you to hear both sides of the story. Because when I was a kid, I only heard one side of the story. And then when I heard the other side, I was like, oh, shit, okay. So I just want you to hear both sides.
I'm going to try to stick with you, actually.
No, don't. Don't.
I want to.
I know. I wanted to stick with my parents too, but I'd rather you.
They lie though, so why? I already know they lie.
Oh, what is this?
That's what. But I was actually nervous about that when I'm gonna try not to hear about the other side. I just don't want to.
No, you need to.
It's boring. It's boring. I already hear them talk anyway.
This is your piece of advice from me that I've given to Chelsea.
Okay.
She'll tell me about this guy. And I mean, you just got to give it to her straight, whether she wants to hear it or not. What is good for the whole is not always good for the soul. You need to remember that.
That's very good advice.
Thank you. Is that not the best advice you've ever heard? She looked at me, she said, you're right.
What was that? What is that all about?
Nothing. Inappropriate.
Is mom watching?
I don't know.
I don't understand what she said.
Good. Oh, here. This is a Tyson Bajan clip. Let me see this one. Oh, yeah. Look how smart Tyson Bajan is. God, he's so smart.
Can I see? That's Tyson.
Return by the single receiver tight end. And then we got verts on this left eye reading the hook defender. And we've got a yes-no stop by Mr. Con Johnson. Yes, no that. Their eyes on hook defender, gets depth, hit the stick return, plays up. We get hit our through route.
What do you see now?
Jim Dre.
What do you got?
And now, left side one high, alert, the dancer through. Why they're flipper?
What you got on this one?
We got a stick return by the single receiver tight end. And then we got verts on this left eye reading the hook defender. And we've got a yes-no stop by.
Wait, is that when he's is that when he was the quarterback?
Yeah, he's still a quarterback.
He is?
Yeah. He's the quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Is it fun being the quarterback?
Dude.
Fun?
So fun. Oh my God. He's having so much fun. You know how much fun you have after you win a jiu-jitsu tournament? That's how much fun he's having.
Headache. You know how you win the whole tournament?
How?
To get a gold trophy for your gym.
Oh, yeah. Like if enough kids go and win.
Yeah. That's how you win the whole thing. Like the whole kids. That's where you win the whole kids division. Like win everything. Win everybody. We actually got a bronze trophy for Garth.
As a team?
Shocking new data reveals Australia is granting significantly more visas to Gazans than almost the entire world. The Labor government has approved about 10 times as many Gazan visas as the United Kingdom, New Zealand, and the United States combined. Gee, I wonder what could possibly go wrong when we import thousands of people from a place where the vast majority support terrorism at a time, by the way, when our National Security Agency warns of probable terror attacks. You know who's not taking any Gazan refugees? Neighboring Egypt and Jordan, or any other Arab nation for that matter, who just happen to share ethnicity and culture with Palestinians. It's like they know something we don't. I wonder what that can possibly be. Well, it seems like at least 15,000 Aussies who have signed the petition at nogazans.com also seem to know what that could be. And if you haven't done so already, you can add your name to the growing list of Aussies calling on the government to reject all visa applications from Gaza. nogazans.com Sign and share it now before it's too late.
I understand.
All right. Love you guys. All right. Anything you want to say? I'm falling asleep here. My buddy James Townsen hurt his leg doing a heavy lift.
Oh. Well, I hope you get better, James.
Yeah, me too. Love you, James Townsen. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.